Hey, Sunday. How are you guys doing? It is TCH Live. We are at the final table of the $150 buy-in, 6K guaranteed prize pool, MegaStack Freezeout as we are here each and every Sunday. How are you guys doing? Did you have a good weekend? Did you feel good? Did you wake up this morning feeling dangerous? All of these players did. We've got Bird. We got Robert Kyle back. Let's see who else we got back here on this final. Big Daddy Albert back yet again on another final table. So, see many of our chat pros and legendary chatters here with us here tonight as we'll check on in here with you. We got Raymond, we got Justin, Mr. Martin here with some deuces. Spent some days here at TCH, so it's good to see him finishing deep. We got Jordan, we got the Bomber, the Bronstein Bomber coming in with a vengeance. So a lot of our familiars faces here on the program. How you guys doing? Mike Hemblett with you in the house. Super producer Carolyn at the controls as always. Sunday. Here we go. Ace King race up. Got Danny Bird here with the call to 12K. About 136,000. Behind Shlomi. Has him covered, but we're going to have a Bird lead here on the 7, Queen, 8 flop. Bird going with the, quote, donk lead in the spot. Figuring now he's trying to push out exactly the hand that he has or any of the King X combos that might float him here. And now this board just gets kind of scary enough that 7's going to have to lay it down. But a valiant attempt here by Dan. So, hey, we got Nick from Yuma, Moose Duty. PM says, yo, TCH Dallas rocks. Says, we had the 50K tournament. Yeah, 50K guaranteed tournament, excuse me. As I believe that is getting close. If we've not already there to the final table, Aaron McAvoy got deep into it. I think got busted out, though, before the final table. But he made day 2 and made a pretty good run. But I think a bit saddened by his tournament luck here. So the usual suspect, JTN, Matt Benjamin. What's going on? Derek's here. Whitener, PS3 Shakes, ATX Poker. What's going on, my friend? Alan, legendary Alan, sub TCH Hatters. This is here. He needs his TCH good luck charm for the Sunday tournaments. I'm glad it can be a source of hopefully some extra EV to as we've got Russell's limping here with the ace-9 suited. So has some hands here in his limping range, I think, with the short stacks and not terribly deep. So it's kind of one of those hands that you're handcuffed by that it's like you want to be able to come in for a raise with it, but unfortunately if you feel some heat back, you're going to have to give it up. But his strategy paying off here has now turned the nutskis, and Raymond has made queens and 4s with a king. And it's going to go for a little bitty baby bet. 10K here on the river. And going to go ahead and pick up the pot and chip all the way up to 160K. So, all right, let's break down the payouts here as you see our chip stack Bird, short stack Raymond Russell's, the Bomber right there in between, Rob, Martin, Albert here in the mix. So, all righty. So as far as our payouts here, first place, again with 46 entries here into the prize pool. First, $2,208. Second, $1,518. Third, $1,139. Fourth place, $862. Fifth place, $621. And sixth will take home $552. So we are close here to the money bubble on the final table. So let's keep it rocking. How did your team do? Did your team win today? Watched a little bit of that Dallas Cowboys finish against the Steelers. Gave Pittsburgh a little sweat there. Well, Raymond's not going to sweat here, though. He's got a couple of cowboys, a couple of kings. Yeah, speaking of cowboys, there they are as Martin here in the big blind. Going to go ahead and give that one up. Shlomi raised again, and I would, yeah, he's definitely going to be probably getting the chips in, but seeing he has met the overpair, so. Count it all out. Get about 10 big blind shove here by Raymond. So, I mean, it's just very rare in the spot that you get coolered in this, but we'll take the variance here as we'll flip them up. Jacks versus Kings. Shlomi need to get a little bit lucky and not doing it. Nope. Not quite enough here for a straight. We keep it rolling as now Raymond has doubled up now here to 180K. All right, got Asa here in the chat. Let's see, Anderson here as always. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. DFS Brat played for the first time ever in TCH Dallas. Had an awesome session. 200 buy-in, 610 out, 2 hours. Lot of action. So, all right. Hey, ATX Poker says, hey, Mike A. Jordan is an out-of-town visitor that's a TCH live viewer. First live tournament for him in 8 months. Well, welcome back to live poker. It's always good to see some of the viewers of the show get turned up here on Sunday. Bronstein Bomber rocking the simultaneous Dallas Stars and Houston Texans hat. This man knows how to represent. Big Daddy Albert, though. All business. Oh, he's a badass as he's going to raise up here with the Jack 10 suited. One of the first people they saw get here to the room today. Put a little cash, jump onto the tournament. All Albert, all the time here on TCH Live. How they got that? This is a strategy you can take to the bank as they'll pick it up here with the Jack 10 suited. 420 Roman numerals here by Derek and Sierra Whitener as always. A shout out to a hat that was worn by one of our players in the 5-5 game. As always, we run that Monday. Got the 1-3 game each and every Thursday. But this Thursday, though, we have a special event with Rampage Poker. Going to be a 2-5 game special event Thursday night. Check us out on Instagram at tch.atx, at Texas Card House for all the details. So, yeah, appreciate hearing anybody that played up in Dallas over the weekend. Got involved with that tournament. It seemed really, really enticing to go, but kind of cool to check that out. But a 265 buy-in tournament, I believe. Was just checking on what the prize pool on that. So $84,280 in the prize pool. First battling for $21,000 up in Dallas. So TCH around the globe as they're folded around to the button. Blind versus blind. Jordan here with the 7 Dewey, and he is risking some danger because he's going to try to steal some chips from the Bomber, and the Bomber's got a real hand. So many have tried to push around the Bomber, and he just elects that in the off chance maybe Jordan has got a weaker hand he can maybe pay him off with, just try to jam on him rather than, I think, just put in a big 3-bet or just flat call there. So it's power poker here at this blind level, almost about 20 bigs. Don't mind that play whatsoever, but AA wants to no, he got knocked out before the final two. He got coolered. I think top 2 versus middle set on an ace 10 8 board. He had ace 8, and player that busted him had middle set, and I think he deserves a Yeti cooler for his troubles. That's Yeti Cooler of the tournament there for our friend Aaron. All right, see if the horseshoe is still in bed. All right, we got Rob here with the ace queen off suit. Martin here with ducks. He's going to go mine in here for Seth, maybe play his position. Off chance he gets a board that's conducive to picking it up. So with about 4,000, 8,000, a 3x raise by Rob creates a pot of 68K. So roughly about a 3-to-1 stacked pot ratio here for Martin. Same for Rob is 994. Is Rob going to beat him to the punch? He's going to c-bet. Martin could drive him out here, though, if he jams. Risky proposition. It's hard to imagine that he's going to want to just call here and risk just every single card. But could feel it. Rob has any hand between 5s, 7s, 8s, 9s. I'm holding on nines there in that particular spot, so just going to go ahead and step out of the way. So Bird a short stack, Russell's here with 18 bigs. Everybody else treading water right now. There's no clear. I mean, Rob just pulled ahead into the chip lead here at this point. So this is a little unprecedented. We've seen a couple final tables here where it's one pretty big stack at 400K, 500K, and kind of in control of the action. But we've got a pretty even disbursement across the board. Hey, what's going on, Cap P? Here in the chat, rooting for the Big Daddy Albert. All right, Ed Barrage, Mike Sad for Aaron. Let's get him in the booth. The two are the best. Working on it. The bubble is burst. This is Alan. He's playing some online tournament. Good luck to you, man. Nick May, my boy Jordan, all tatted up. Let's go. All right. We're tattoo friendly here on this show. I sadly do not. I've not found anything yet that I can believe in hardcore enough that I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to change my mind on this being a good idea like 10 years from now. So I've just been kind of a wuss and been like, nah, no tats for me. I'm not cool or expressive enough. All right, here we go. So king, queen, deuce, top pair here for Russell's. Rob's going to check it back here as last position act as Russell's trying to trap. Hopefully maybe his opponent, any of his opponents catch up. What's going on, Jedi Master Ted? So what's up, Mike? King Segway. Carolyn, Asa, Nikki Yuma, ATX, and all the usual suspects. So, all right, we've got Albert deciding he's going to go barrel into this. Says nobody else wants to bet this twice. I can fold out some of the hands that might have some showdown value, but Russell's hand's really kind of disguised here, and he's got to fold. Unless there was a card reader error, he trapped himself into that, and Albert the aggressor, Albert the aggro, is going to pick up the pods. Let's see. DFS Brat, hey, do you know when they are doing live stream from Dallas yet? I do not know. Probably expect maybe beginning of 2021, somewhere around there. Here's a question for Mikey. If someone offered you a free tattoo, would you take it? If I thought they were reputable, sure, I would probably do some deep soul searching to find what would actually be a good idea, not something I got. Oh, Christ, why did I do that like 10 years from now? Go out there on the beach and say, wow, that guy went really out of style fash. All right. Oh, what's going on, Cedric Trevino, the Poker Traveler, joining us, gracing his presence here in the chat. So we got the bomber folded around him the cutoff. In anybody's bowl game here at this point, does top 6 paying, and we are down here to the final 9. So the bomber going to go ahead and raise it on up and take down the blinds and the antes. Mr. Anderson here with the $10 super chat says, let's start this off right. Correct the mundo, my friend, is 6th. Super Seer payouts, 2,208 here for first, 1,518 here for second. What's going on, Greg? Says evening, Michael. Bob accusing Zach of punting, $10. I think he got it inside the 20. That was a great punt right there. Oh. A really good down and distance spot. Those shipped it, says Alan Piscatello. So I see he's cashing on money while watching TCH live. Glad we could be in of assist. All right, folded around here. Jordan going to give up the Jack 10 here, middle-ish position here to the hijack to the bomber. He loves hands like this, and he's got no fear. Don't think it's in his limp range, so going to go ahead and size up here for this is, say like 38, 39. This is going to be a grind of a final table. He played on this. I was half expecting Asa to be here. I was kind of surprised the professor's not here. Not surprised Albert's here. Ryan Rob 444. What's up, fellas? Says I have to get the TCH from New Orleans. You go to TCH Houston out in Spring, Texas. Grace us with your presence at TCH Dallas. Or if you want to be a serious OG, come out here with us to Texas Card House in North Austin. So if you want to go down south, go to TCH RGV. And all right. Jordan now here going to open. He was once a viewer just like you and said, all right, it's time to go play some live poker. And now he's here at the final table. Mr. Albert the Aggro. Albert the Absolute. Now faced here with the 37K raise here in the cutoff. A pretty sizable bet to call here in late position, but I think he can probably figure that if he's played with Jordan enough, if he's capable of opening here with an ace-deuce X, that you can kind of take your chances here. And, well, that's a risk that pays off as all over this board. Thank you here for the $5 super chat here from Greg. You're the man. You're the man. You know that. So Albert going to go ahead and just rip it on it, hoping his opponent's connected with it in any such way that can possibly get max value. It's kind of a shame. I mean, we know that Jordan has just completely whiffed on this, so it's one of those things, though, that's kind of like for what kind of hands can you get paid off from that calls to shove there. But sometimes you get a hunch that you might be up against an opponent that would be willing to play for all their chips, and sometimes might be able to call you a bit of late, but Albert not able to do so there in that spot. All right, shout out here to ATX Poker, 99-cent super chat to my dog. I figured out how to link up my TV, so Donks, if you're out there, he's literally, I think, actually watching this as we speak. I figured out how to do it. So he's resting at home peacefully, enjoying TCH Live. I've gotten him to sit. I've gotten him to go down. I've not gotten him quite yet to hit the like button. So that's up to you, folks. He can't do it for you. You got to hit that like. Bill Houston. Wish a couple of gals had made the final table like they have recently. Yes, it appears we have pretty good turnout here, though. So maybe next week, though. Cat P here with the $3 super chat. Appreciate it. Big Albert fan, I'm sure. No, maybe anti-sweats Albert sometimes if he makes her angry. Damn it, Albert. All right. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I still have ATX Poker. I still have not gotten my super duper ATX Poker hoodie yet, but eagerly, patiently awaiting that. But if you want to check out merch and gear, go to atxpoker.club. So you can go to the shop. You can get one of these super duper masks that I've been wearing like every day. Yeah, this is the best one. And they're pretty sleek too. Hoodies for $40. I think you get like $25 for shirts. If you use promo code TCH, you can save a little money on your order. I believe it's like $5. If that's still viable. So Shlomi here with some aces. Raymond here with King Queen, and he might be barking up the wrong tree, but okay, no, he's just gonna call. I thought you might be some shoving chips. Now the 132 pack stacked pot ratio just under 2. This is gonna be a pretty short trip to getting the chips in. Shlomi probably should just jam here with the ace high hearts. But another situation here, it's what hand can you reasonably expect to call? And I think if they're going to call this flop bet for half their stack, that you might attempt to side. I mean, Raymond's just totally whiffed on this, so it's just no chance to continue with. And let's see. So we got Mr. Touchdown Tom down 0-21 right now. Them Houdat Saints are just all over this with about 11:44 left to go in the second. This game at Tampa. Traquan Smith getting a one from Drew Brees. Adam Troutman getting one from Drew Brees. And Emmanuel Sanders getting a pass from Drew Brees. Baker Mayfield was sitting out today with the Browns. Otherwise, there would have been 4 starting quarterbacks today from Austin, Texas. Between Foles, Breeze, Baker Mayfield, and Garrett Gilbert for your Dallas Cowboys. All right, so we've got Russell's with the limp here with ace-king. Bird frothing at the mouth to raise a limper. Going to pop it up here to 22K. Raymond now with an ace-3 suited. He's going to go ahead and get out of that. Martin here card dead thus far. And I think we'll probably expect the old limp re-raise. What, sir? What? All right, well, I thought he might just do this with the intention of getting the rest of his chips in, but now sitting here with about 11 big blinds. Says, all right, let's take a flop. Let's take a flop. Ace 10 deuce connects here for Russell's. It says, all right, now I'm going for it. Bird is going to go ahead and have to lay it down as. Let's see. Ryan Robb says. Talking about New Orleans food. I've not got quite a chance to dig in on some of that, but beyond that, here are our specials here throughout the month of November. Progressive savings that if you play for up to 5 hours, it's 20% off your hourly rate. Play for 7 hours, 30% off. And if you play for 10 hours or more, that is 40% off your hourly rate here at Texas Card House Austin. And the text line has been active for TCH Dallas, so you want to know firsthand what's going on there for terms of promotions. I've been doing a handful of different stuff here on the weekends. Just check out how many tables they got going on, check out our website, texascardhouse.com/Dallas, or text TCH Dallas 21000. All right, Shlomi Lim's bird, a bird of prey here at this point. Going to move in here for 63K. Shlomi, if he decides to maybe gamble on this, thinking, okay, maybe bird is small to mid pair, ace X. There's already 25K there in the middle from the blinds at the antes. It's 53K essentially to call. It's going to be like 153. So just, yeah, so it's got just about 2-1, but let's see, it's just smashed. Just smashed. The bird flies a little bit higher here with 98K. Z. Anderson says I did a 10+ hour session yesterday because he's a baller. DFS Brad says, yes, that's also on Poker Atlas as well. Keep track of the action, what's going on up there in TCH Dallas. Asa in here rooting for Bird. He's back here. He made it to heads up with Terry Hatcher just a couple of weeks ago. Now here trying to make another run at this. So all right, we got the big A. Mr. Albert here with a raise up here with pocket threes. Probably wishing it was Wednesday and he can hit quads with it for the potential quads jackpot, but here in the tournament it does him no good. We shall see. Andrew Province says volume is rather low, but I'm on different speakers. Let me approach that back. And Rob has got a call here and right off of the under the gun, so 6-6 deuce. I've kind of had the mic painted away. I think it also depends on like the device you're using. If you are on a phone or if you're on your TV, it says, "Oh, never mind, it was my volume." I was gonna say, man, I thought I was all right. 6-6 deuce. Albert could be walking into the danger zone here as. Does see bet for a bet that's going to be well over 75% of this pot. It gets robbed to lay down tens. And that's all kind of, this is a pretty snug bubble here. You can get that one across. And I think you kind of understand from Rob's vantage point here that his only other move is to probably push it in. And you could be up against jacks, queens, kings, aces. Ace X of diamonds, potentially, that the equity splits aren't exactly huge, but Albert now pulls in ahead at about 123,000 chips. And the crowd goes wild. I said, why? I don't know. Just could have a hunch there that he didn't want to mess around with it anymore. That's going to go ahead and try to get some chips back here with a raise up here to 30K. Now Russell's here with King, Queen suited. Oh, I want to play this tournament so bad. How can he fold these? I mean, I can kind of understand sometimes in the small blind it's a narrow spot just because they're out of position, obviously. You're never going to pre like a huge favorite to a +1 under the gun raise, but I don't think we're going to have some very unhappy chat pros about these last two hands. The chat pros are up in arms right now. They can't believe what's going on. Shell-shocked. But it's all right. It's all right. They're playing poker. It's okay. GTN says, uh-oh, Albert's going on another heater. There's always that small chance that there's a card reader. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's a minuscule potentially. Like, it's probably the right hand, but I keep an open mind here in that spot just in case. But no need for an open mind here for Mr. Albert. He's got a one-track mind here with the queens, and that is going to be locked into 3-betting territory. Daniel Tennyson says, watch Rob win the tournament. Yeah, sometimes you just have bad mojo on those kind of things, and whether that's correct or not, I don't know. War Eagle, says Hillbilly. That means he has arrived. So 3-bet here by Albert. Sometimes the bomber is going to posture a little bit.
I was waiting for someone, like, everyone just, like, looks like she said it. I think he purposely said 70 just so I had to correct it. Right, yeah.
Ballard's either trying to figure out if he's got a 4-bet shove here, if he can drive his opponent out. Look, he's weighing it, but I would venture a guess he's buying some time before he makes a fold to make it kind of look like he's got a big laydown happening. So, see, as he checks out the chip stack, realizes he can't really push over the top unless Albert just has stone air. Like, if he just has a couple of napkins here, he could pick it up, but he also runs into the chance that Albert shows it to him. Very, very nice of the Big Daddy Albert. Let's see. Yes, Gary was a free hold. Yeah, it's a $150 buy-in, 6K guaranteed prize pool here into the evening hours. On your favorite poker channel, it's got to be this one. It can't be any other one out there that you can enjoy more than this. Nah, I kid. Make sure to hit the like button. Again, we stream Sundays and Mondays. We'll be back here to tomorrow. Gonna have Bart Hansen fill in for me the following week. I was like, Bart was actually scheduled to be doing this Monday. We kind of said it ahead of time. Then we bumped it back a week. Then I realized, hey, wait a minute. Your Patriots are playing Monday. My Vikings are playing next Monday. Like, I think maybe there's a way around this here. So, thank you again, that's Bart for accommodating me so I could see my somewhat decent football team probably play terribly on national TV. We shall see. But all right, we've got Bird here raising about a fourth of his stack here under the gun. Jordan calling here with a 7. Bird looking for a flop. And, well, he gets a flop, not one that he goes too super duper happy with. And Jordan now has to perceive if he's being trapped or if he has the ability to maybe pick up the pot, but now Bird gonna go ahead after the check back. Figure there's probably no way Jordan's checking back any queens here. And gonna go ahead and pick up some much needed chips to stay afloat here in the mix. Jeremy Byrne, how about them Cowboys? They look not bad. Defense looked a little bit better today, I think, in spots. Garrett Gilbert did okay. You know, they're still somewhat in the mix there in the NFC East, even as bad as they are. So Andrew Ellis is under the gun open, call +3 with a 7. Christ, this is a soft tournament. Andrew, I watch this tournament every Sunday, and there's part of me that is sitting there going, you know what, I really like to play this thing. This is what we're going to see here. Kind of unusual not to shove ace jack suited pre for so few chips as well. Yeah, I'm kind of more surprised by that. I'm kind of more surprised just can go ahead and open rip there, but oh well. Andrew Ellis says, what's the buy-in there? 10 plus 1? No, 15. Don't try to shortchange us here, Andrew. We're on a legit $15. No, it's a $150 buy-in tournament. Shalomi gonna call here is Alberto. Your heads up. King right there in the window. It's been a tough year for all of us, but I think Big Daddy Albert's been enjoying quite a back half of 2020. And we've got a check here by Albert. His first action on his bet 40K. Has left him about 156, just hoping, praying he can get Albert out of this. And it's seek and destroy time here for Albert. He's thrown on some Metallica and he's thrown all in. Shlomi probably done with this, says just hoping to buy it. And fat chance of that. All right, okay. Politics chat, you guys are always, okay. That's Jeremy Byrne, where is this tournament at? It's at Texas, Austin, Texas. I guess I should have verified what city. But look at this, we have like all of these short stacks here right now. So nobody has busted yet. We are 38 minutes here into the final table, so I think we're due for a bust out here, but JTN saying Albert's in the 10th seat this week. The deck is hitting him on the other side of the head. Yeah, maybe the 10th. I think the 10th seat is much luckier than the 1 seat. 1 seat is cursed. I'm waiting for somebody to break the curse, so. We got Martin here with the 10-8 of clubs. Now my favorite player is raises UTG first to act and demonstrates a lot of strength. Just going to be able to pick up the blinds and the antes. Albert has been on many final tables. He's doing great, says Ed. No links plus up. Yeah, thank you, Asa. I think the last thing we want our chat to become is a spam haven for propaganda. As we keep moving, all right, we got 37 likes here right now. That's a decent turnout of our audience here. But that's like 10% of the 343 of you watching right now. I know we can have a higher watcher to like stack ratio here. Come on, you can do it. All right, Jordan going to pick up the pot. I think I saw ace queen flipped up there. JTN 1968, Mikey, my dog, is watching the stream too. And he's probably a very good boy too. All right. Andrew Ellis, what's the average amount of entrants for this tournament? Usually 45 to 50. Pre-COVID shutdown, we were starting to get 70, 80 people to. So plenty of chances here for you, as we also have our Saturday tournament, $100 buy-in, starting at 4 o'clock. You either get one $100 add-on or one $100 re-entry. I guarantee $2,000 to first place. And all right, we've got to raise up here to 42. Now Martin here with some sevens, some walking sticks, and this could be some danger here as Bomber here with a pretty big size up. Almost 4.2x here in the spot. That these are kind of polarized spot. A very good fold here because your pretty much your options are re-raise all in, which is kind of risky. You could try to maybe do a stop and go, but I think by this stage in the tournament, you feel like there's probably some better spot. Ace is saying, what election? Yeah, I don't know. Was there one going on this week? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy trying to get a load of that Doug Polk and Daniel Negreanu stuff. Boy, Negreanu got his ass handed to him in the first session. That's right, ATX Poker. Mikey, I'm so glad everyone in the chat is an expert on voting and politics. So, masters of biology. You know, we're just we're blessed to be in your presence. You know, I really should be thanking you more and more just for sharing your expertise in such a way that's, you know, really entertaining and insightful and legible. So you got Shlomi here raising here with the 9-7 suited, living dangerously. Well, we've got Bird here in the hijack with King Jack offsuit. It's about 20% of his stack. Gets this board. Shlomi has outflopped him, but let's see what a turn card brings if Bird can connect with any of his outs, which have largely been folded. He's got 6 cards actually live. And with the board texture, figuring his opponent has probably hit it more often than he has. Shlomi going to go ahead and pick it up. So, let's see. ATX Poker, I say we get all the chat legends of the game and mix the table up at Ace of Houston Expert Podcast and Poker Game. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, are some of their moms going to be there to be able to pick them up after the fact? You got to make sure they get a ride there. It's a great joke. Promise you it is. Gary C. Wow, throwing the hard shots. Nate Silver is a clown. Hey, leave Nate Silver out of this. Just to do stuff on sports. Just relax, man. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. Justin folding. Now Jordan with a couple of Houston Rockets here. A couple of aces. And we got to raise up here as now with blind 6K, 12K, this puts him up by the 10 big blind mark. Now Russell's facing the min bet. Sorry, I'm priced in here with the 4-3 suited. Does not know just how much strength he's up against. So here we go. And, oh. Jordan could get called here if he rips it in, but he's going to check back. Deuce here on the turn changes absolutely nothing. Jordan here now. I'm going to bet, and he does have the ace of clubs blocker. Go along with this overpair. Russell's now facing the decision that if he calls here, is it a low likelihood that he's going to be able to get paid off the kind of hand that he hits? Our privileged chip position here has now be a small blind. Nate Allen Piscatella says Nate Silver used to be a poker player before sports. Pulls are suppression tools. Welcome to 2020. Everything is just the craziest version of what it could be. Bob can fit a moose in an Uber. That's that might take some research here. I'll look into it. Moose Duty Chat Pro podcast sounds epic. Also, my mom is dead, so I don't have a ride. Sad face. You're the man. ATX Poker. How about Adam Silver? He handles the bubble like a champ. Well, they got to an end. They got to a conclusion, and now they're trying to figure out the rest to restart. We got Bird here with a jam here all in. He's 10. Albert here with the Queen 4 suited. Bird will get no action with a chance to either double up or bust. Picks it on up and kind of hang around the 10 big blind mark as Saints just absolutely destroying the Bucks, so not missing much of a game here tonight, I guess. There's a lot of close games here today. It looked like across the board, pretty much everything was in striking distance for just about every game today. Buffalo and Seattle was close. Baltimore, Indiana. Houston, Jacksonville was tight the whole way. Carolina played out against KC for a stretch. I didn't see much of the Denver-Atlanta game, but saw some of the highlights of the Giants skins. Vegas and the Chargers went to the very end. Pittsburgh and Dallas went to the very end. And Miami, Arizona went to the very end. So there's a lot of close games here today. This Sunday night game, though, not happening. So we're glad you're tuning in here to our program. NFL football. Who wants to watch that? All right, we got the Bomber here with 10-9 of clubs. Johnny Cakes Poker says, grinding online, sit and goes, listening to the stream. Good luck, sir. The Bomber going to pick up the pot.
All right, guys, that's my time. Seth is coming in.
As we continue, Sunday. We do this tournament each and every Sunday starting at 2 p.m. Starting again with 25-minute levels. You get a 30K starting stack, 5K on-time bonus if you show up here within the first level. 5K dealer appreciation here for $10. Get you an extra 5K in chips. $2,208 here for first place. So a good amount of play. And you can late register up until about, I think, the 9th level. I think the break is when we, okay, yeah, it's late entry till the 7th level. And then after the break, that goes to 1,000, 2,000 with the 2,000 big blind ante. So even if you get here late, get to hang around with your family, show some love to your kids. You're like, hold on, Dad's got to go play some poker. Mom's got to go play some poker. You can get on in here at, up until break time, which generally tends to be, okay, here's my math here. It's usually about 2.5 hours, isn't it? 2.5, that's before break time. So you get here probably around 4:30. Otherwise, you can call ahead. Try to get on the list again. So we got Rampage Poker again coming here on a Thursday. The live stream. The people have been asking for them. They want to get in the mix and want to see Rampage here on the felt. Will he turn haters into believers, believers into haters? Find out here at this Thursday, the 12th, 6 p.m., 25 No Limit, streamed only on TCH Live. So and we got Mr. Justin here with the Ace King offsuit. Just above 10 bigs. Gonna put in about a quarter of his stack. Understandable. It's kind of like he has too many chips to jam and reasonably expect some action. But slow me here with the 10-4 offsuit here in the small blind. This is a little unusual, but highly unorthodox, but maybe there's... If this is the correct hand pairing, he's got him outflopped. But is it a kind of hand that can withstand the kind of pressure if, say, Martin decides to move in here?
Bet 32.
Gonna go here for the smaller side. Puts... Sloan might be feeling dangerous here. Could he feel? Could he do it? Gonna go ahead and check fold as big hand there for Justin. He's gonna go ahead and pick up the pot. Moose Studios this card. I mean, that's... Unless maybe he's got like an attachment to 10-4. Oh, this is a mystery. I was like, yeah, that could have been a card that was intended to go to...
No, it was a misdeal.
Oh, okay.
Cards went out, got read, and then got.
Okay. So it was a misread. Well, 31-0 here. The Saints all over the Bucks right now. Good old-fashioned New Orleans ass whooping happening there in Tampa. Not sure what else to say. Like, it's just kind of a... Mike Evans not catching much. It's the first game for Antonio Brown. Michael Thomas is back, so maybe that's establishing all of this here for the Saints. All right, Martin here with a raise up. One off the under the gun. No takers, no takers. Back here to Bird. 10-8 offsuit. And not going to punt it in. No, Brady INT. Boy, this has been absolutely brutal. Not this, though. Final table has been fine. Sunday Night Football a bust, though, so we're glad you're tuning in here with us. If you want to come down and play here at Texas Card House, we got 2 no limit tables happening with bomb pots. 1 3 no limit here with bomb pot. That's happening here. Pretty steady flow of cash games throughout the day. We got our quads jack prop pot happening on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Quad deuces on Tuesdays. Quad threes on Wednesdays. If you hit that again with the pocket pairs, stake your claim of the jackpot, which is currently at $1,600. $400 rollovers between Tuesday and Wednesday. Get to $2,000 here on Wednesday. If we get no quad deuce jackpot hit. Dueling 7 deuces, folded around as we get the bird. Suited ace, grip it and rip it. Blind versus blind, and Raymond wants no part of the action. Can't stand the heat. Get a ladies' night here Friday. 50% off your hourly rate. Friday was busy. Saturday was a busy day. I think people popping back out of the woodwork, saying, all right, it's time to go play some poker again. Time to make poker great again, to be part of the mix. So, whether it's going to be your first time or one of many, we invite you to come out here and play. Again, a free roll Wednesday, a PLO free roll Friday, $100 buy-in Saturday, and $150 this tournament here on Sunday. A 6K guaranteed prize pool is. Dan Martin now on the upswing. Going to pick up the pot as and Johnny Cakes Poker, any chance? TCH runs that 50K on a regular basis. I would not be the one to know, but I imagine that if you get the kind of turnout that we got, that I'm sure there's a pathway for that to want to still continue. Pat Monahan, I don't know what you get paid, but commenting cash games and tournaments on slight delay and dealing with clowns in the chat can't be easy. Very entertaining. Well done. All right, we've got Bomber. They're going to confirm what the blinds and the antes are. So. Oh, let's see. Albert. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about the chat. Sometimes I think once we've seen some of the folks here and kind of what their shtick is, it's like, okay, well, I hope you get a hug. I just, if you need a hug, just, hey, ask for one. Nate W. Will I, for one, must say it's starting to get very annoying. I'm not sure what he's referring to. All right, we've got a raise by Albert, a call by Bird. Here heads up. Eight, 7-4. Both players mixed. Check and check. Now that defines Bird's hand here. Puts 3 hearts out, but gonna go ahead, jam it. Albert gonna get out the way. Get out the way. Let's see. William Lottie, more importantly, is there a chance TCH Austin runs a tournament a bit bigger than $150 with 2 hours of late reg, no re-entries? I'm always optimistic. Matt Benjamin, they should really bring out trays of fresh baked cookies every couple of hours for the players. Yeah, I mean, sounds like a good idea in theory. I don't know, that's like, I don't know how we would execute that. Maybe if there wants to be a fine volunteer that would be willing to do so. There's a $1.99 super chat. Yeah, contribute anything you can here to the live stream. Tips right here to our broadcast team. Self, producer Carolyn, just split those 50-50. William Lottie says, I think the chip dynamics have us in for a long ride tonight. Yeah, I think so. We do have the Bomber, though, who is a wild card. And you have Burt. I mean, there's plenty of punting capabilities able to happen. Middle pair now here for Bird. The Bomber here with the wheel draw. And going to go ahead and take the lead into this. It's Bird buying it. He's not yet. He's not driven out just yet. Hey, as we've got a Bomber bet. Bird He's only 134K back. He'll be calling for half his stack to leave. Yeah, I mean, his SPR is going to be absolute. So it's just sort of like he has to decide if he wants to play this role of just chips at this point. That 2 streets of aggression here for the Bomber is tough to endure. And he's going to get him to lay it down. He doesn't show, though. Kind of surprised, but good hand there by the Bomber. Thank you, Mr. Z. Anderson. Raise, good job on the stream. I appreciate it. And yeah, do they only read chats if you donate? I don't only read chats. I'll read it if it's like a good question, a good comment, a good joke, maybe some interesting analysis, or maybe very bad ones. And it just kind of makes shit of it. It's kind of the fun part of the job. Do you have an opinion here, sir? I'm about to rip you apart. Let's see. V just getting really excited to wait for Rampage. And top 6 places paying here on. See the payouts here on the screen sometimes. So we got Martin here with some aces.
Raise 240. Fold. Fold.
Raise up here to 40K. Go ahead and take it down. Nate W. is saying, I was going to say, if I was playing, I would decline any cookies. They could be laced. I used to play in the back of a bar in a small town in California, and I was sure that they were putting something. Well, I don't think we're like that in the Coca-Cola. Whenever I would drink the Coca-Cola, I would lose by making bad decisions, from being all amped up. I guess Nate doesn't know what's in the ingredients in a Coca-Cola. Or else he's trolling me. I think he's probably trolling me, but that's all right. Yeah, that's kind of one of those things I wonder about. Like if you ran a home game and if you'd serve up some kind of food that would make people really tired, like really good soul food or something, or really like carb loaded. So after you eat, your opponents are all of a sudden trying to digest potatoes, pasta, you name it. Like that would probably be a pretty good angle. And then you just don't eat it. You eat healthier, and unless some people are machines. As we've got Martin here raising up a couple of 7s. Bomber sitting on some chips. He doesn't like this. It's like, man, can I take control of this? But the blind's still to act. He is going to step out of the way. Alan saying Rudy's barbecue is laced with a chemical to make you crave Rudy's. That's right, because now when you say that, I'm craving some Rudy's. I wasn't before. I won't answer anything on the online site thing. Yeah, Blind's going to be up after this. Says later on in the evening, okay, Nate W. has a follow-up, though. On Saturday night, I drank 2 glasses of Coke from the pitcher they brought back to the poker game. Yeah, if somebody's serving you in a pitcher, yeah, that sounds kind of suspicious. Yeah, if it's not from, like, directly from the bottle, like, I would be probably concerned if somebody was giving me a drink of cola. He could have maybe added a bunch of sugar to it. Sounds like a crazy idea. All right, Martin here going to show off his limp range. Limps here with the king queen. The bomber, though, has picked up a real hand. He's got a couple of aces. Again, we got a hell of a lot of aces here so far. $30 more to call here for Martin. Out of position against probably the most aggressive player on the table. Moose City, yeah, says, who serves Coca-Cola in a pitcher? That's a #1 question. That's my biggest question of all. Like, the likelihood of it's being served out of a bottle, you're probably good, but decent board here for the bomber. Semi-connected here with a 10-9. Which can't kind of connect with a lot of Martin's limp parades, especially under the gun. There's a lot of 10-jack, queen 10, queen jack. He does have a gutter here and overs. Was hoping to get a free turn card. A call would be for a heavy dose of his chips, and his maybe only hope would be thinking that he can bet off of a hand that might fold. Bomber is obviously not going to do this. He is never folding aces, even if Martin ripped here, just begrudgingly. Gonna have to fight his urge to jam there.
Blinds are up, 8-16.
Anthony D'Augusto, commentator. When's the next time you getting Brad Owen on the stream? Chatter, I'm not sure. I'm sure he had a pretty nice time on the streams. He had pretty good sessions, so I'm sure he wouldn't be too disappointed to come back here at some time. All right, as we continue here, blinds now 8,000, 16,000. All in here now for Raymond.
77.
Justin folds. Russell's folds. I think Raymond might be able to get this through. Oh, Shlomi's going to fold the A6. Not a believer in the 3 highs, Rob. So, all right, well, Raymond's got some more chips. Something. Again, JTN 1968 $5 super chat. ATX has to play the chat pro stream game. 1-3 match stack. Save me a seat. Yeah, I don't know what we would include for a local lineup of chat pros. Because every once in a while, somebody who plays 5-5 game will pop in or something. So, like, I guess they could technically be a chat pro. Chat troll.
Fold. Fold. Fold.
There's the bomber. Mile high stack there. Always kind of likes to put those big, tall piles. As a dealer to kind of make you nervous for a sec. Bird here with pocket fives as Rob will fold out the small blind. So now we have, this has got to be like a record. We're 70 minutes in, we've not yet had a bust out, and we have only three. Okay, so we have 6 of the 9 players under 9 big blinds. If you've hung on this far, you are really the MVP, so do yourself a favor and hit that like button for us. for a job well done. You're hanging around here waiting for somebody to bust. While you do that, though, click subscribe, hit the like. 12,500 subscribers currently. We're hoping to keep on growing, so make sure to share the link. JTN says I'm going to do my Steam Duel impression and have more coffee, more espresso. He is a pro at it. Raise up now here by Jordan. Just decide to not open rip here. Rob going to call here with a 9-7 suited in position. No. See if we got Bird calling here out of the small blind. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. Heads up. The worst flop imaginable here for Bird. He wants to throw up inside. Kick the table. Throw some chairs around. He's just totally whiffed on this. Jordan smacked the hell out of it, though. Top pair, top kicker. Go ahead and take it down. Gary C. Is there good barbecue close to TCH? Probably. Alan says the machine that makes cappuccinos work yet. I think that ATX coffee machine, I think works. I'm not sure why it wouldn't. This is not like the ice cream machine at McDonald's. Like, we don't. If that thing's down, we're getting it back operational, all right? All right, 8 and 16, 16,000 big blind Annie. So there we are. Okay, so Jordan's now up north of the 10 big blind mark. So we have Raymond now on the button with 4 big blinds. Russell now under the gun with 5 big blinds. And existence is paying. The top 6 are paying, so this is kind of why we're seeing sort of the slowdown here, I think, at this point, that nobody's wanting to jump right into the water yet, and nobody wants to be first. And the Bombers capitalized on that, took advantage of some good situations. Cappuccinos. Big Cat, how many entries and what was buy-in? Is buy-in always same on Sunday nights? We had 46 entries, $150 buy-in, I believe $6,900 in the prize pool. And typically, yes, it's been tournament buy-ins here that starts at 2 o'clock Central Time. Still have not had anybody bust yet. The collective will and the spirit and the grit being shown on this table right now. Unmatched by anything you've ever seen before, man. They want it more. They're just going to fold their way to it. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Next level jump here going to be 10,000, 20,000 with the 20,000 big blind Annie. Again, a Thursday Rampage Poker here on TCH Live for 2-5 game. I mean, you want to make sure to set your calendar. You might want to call your mom and be like, hey, Rampage is playing. Don't let me forget. Or call, you know. But if you don't want to call your mom, you can just click subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you get that pop-up right there on your phone. That you know TCH Live is happening. Let's see. Bomber folds. Rob. Martin going to go heads up. Called him on the button here with queen 8 suited. And got to flop trip queen, so draw to a gutter ball here for Rob, who's hoping for a free card. Maybe hoping Martin's got a hand like pocket 8s, 7s, and we'll check this one through. And going to go ahead and get the fold, so that's a big hand there for Justin. Mike, you can go ahead and give our award for best dressed at the table to @Z Anderson. It's like the James Bond. I said he looked like a Bond villain. So this is the end of the road, Mr. Bond. This is a 3-bet. Gary C., I don't call my mom. She calls me. So embarrassing. Oh, I saw a period there. Okay. I thought that was one sentence. She calls me so embarrassing. Kind of fooled me there. You stuck a period in that. All right. So we have 10 big blinds or less now here for Jordan, Bird, Shlomi.
We could spice it up a little bit. No.
Joshua Drake says, has there been a showdown yet? I think so. There has to have been at least one. You might be right. I'm not 100% sure if I've seen one yet. Well, I mean, there was an all-in pre-flop. I think Raymond. Let's see. Russell's now has got 54K back. Bomber is going to min raise here with 5 high. Russ, I mean, it's just, you can't really wait. You've posted the big blind ante. And he is going to call for half his stack, leaving 38K on here. I would not do this at home, but holding out for dear hope, I guess. And yeah, it's going to connect there. Bottom pair for the Bomber, top pair for Russell's. Let's run it out. And 6 no good. 6 no good. And a double up here for Russell's. Mike says, Big Cat, do you ever partake in tournament or cash at TCH? Not as much lately. I would love to play this tournament, and I'm hoping to work that out soon. So, I got myself a dog, so I don't find myself getting out of the house too much. I'm going to have to probably work on that, but that's all right. Here in the chat, make sure to hit the like. ATX Poker, I do not play the free roll Friday because I generally have a sports cast. So I've not played that free roll in quite a while. Came in a dealt last Friday night, so it's just like, oh yeah, hey, like, come on out and see the people, make little dollar bills. Maybe you want to play some pot limit Omaha here at Texas Card House. 1K guarantee free roll. New to the game. Maybe you're experienced, you're a cutthroat veteran, and you're just looking to hear it have some fun. And Rob going to raise it up here to 40K. Now Russell's here with 10s. Rob had raised. It's probably time. Could we actually see an all-in pre here? Russell's has played this pretty passively throughout most of this now, and yeah, he's reaching. we wait here for Russells. I don't know what to say. Albert now facing the 24K to call. I don't know if the bubble had caused Russells to proceed with caution, but I don't know. I'm certainly fine if you decide to just call there. And I guess we could be results oriented and say a king flop. Well, that's a great decision, but that's not the decision I would have made there with tens. But had it been me, I probably would have ripped it. Rob would have called, and my stack would have been whittled down there. But okay. There are questions. JTN, Mike, how do you balance having essentially 3 jobs? And Doggo, it's dog part's probably easiest because he can kind of manage without me for like 6-7 hours. Then beyond that, that's asking for trouble. It is constant trying to coordinate, plan ahead, and try to coordinate so nothing overlaps. And thankfully, TCH has been pretty good, just about, not interfering with the sports stuff. The rest has been kind of a active experiment to try to figure out what works. All right, so we've got all of this. We got still all our players on the final table that started with this still with us here an hour and a half in. Unprecedented territory. What's going on, Nate the Great, Nate Vasquez? We got Ernesto, says Youngblood, a godly figure. The Way, says Moose Duty. Ernesto pounding beers, I assume, at this hour.
We aren't even close to the top prize yet, guys.
All right, gentlemen, is that what I'm doing? Total is taking $500 out of the total prize pool, giving 200 to 7, 200 to 8, 100 to 9, and then dividing back up the prize pool by the percentages that it was already?
I can hear Bert discussing the percentages.
All right, I'll go take care of that.
All right, Bert is Super Floor Bird. Out there handling the numbers. Maybe this will, open it up here. Okay, can we pay out these last spots? We're not feeling like every decision's life or death here. And you've been here grinding this for a while. At least want to come out with something. So, okay, I understand that.
Here comes George. I pulled the trigger on George.
JTN saying I have an idea, all in or full tourney. I'm sure we've probably tried it once. I'm not. Yeah. Bird here with 7, saying going to go ahead and just pick up the pot. Legendary floor Bert, says Greg. We've tried to organize, I think, sit and goes and stuff in the past. Have not seemed to. Some of them, I think, were satellites into our 1K buy-ins, stuff like that. So, all right, so producer Carolyn putting those updated payouts there in the chat. So we first still going to be 2,048, second 1,408, third 1,056. Fourth 800, fifth place 576, sixth place 512, seventh will take home 200, eighth will take 200, and ninth will take 100. So even if you bust ninth, still take home $100. Bought it for 150, but you come back out with something for your time. Is there any other fans of Fargo here in the house that have been watching this new season with Chris Rock? Press 1. I've not. I thought this season has been fantastic. Season 4. Let's see if anybody else there. I've really enjoyed this one. All right, Martin Reyes, bird called out of the big blind. We got a check over here to Justin with the opportunity to see bet here. We got a bet 63, and he's going to go ahead and take it down. So I will put these payouts in here as well. Just rearrange it. Yeah, my name is Mike Hemblett. As always, the dude talking. We stream Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, starting at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for our cash games. Or Central Daylight. Are we back to Standard? Are we back to Daylight? It's ridiculously dark now. I can barely see anything outside anymore. It's like 3 in the afternoon, and it's already dark out. No, it's not that early, but these are the things you talk about as you get older. Oh, the sun is going down. Damn it. Like, how did I become an old person that cared? This sucks. All right. Oh, we've got Jordan here.
Can you rescan your card, please? Thank you. Raise to 40. Hold, hold. Hold.
All right, so Jordan going to pick it up here with the ace-10 suited. I think some of these guys might be talking about drinking, maybe spicing things up here a little bit. So, all right, again, our updated payouts posted there in the chat. The descending order, thank you, Carolyn, for racking that up. So thinking about sit and go Thursdays here at Texas Card House. If I wasn't working, maybe I'd take you up on that. V says, UC Lodge Poker last night was good. Nah, that can't be true. All right, we got a raise up here by Jordan. Here with some 9s. Bomber going to go ahead and give up. So Jordan and Reyes, Martin with the decision here to either try to defend and decides, nope, ain't happening. Just not going to do it. Sir, anyway, you guys can talk about anything besides politics. We've been burnt in the eyes for the last 5 years. Like, can we just, there has to be something else that occupies your brain space besides people you've never met in your life. I'm just hoping you do, because we can talk about, like, you know, I don't know, favorite bar food, best flavor of barbecue wings, or chicken wings. Wait, for Buffalo, Coy Jordan, how about poker? Well, we don't always have to keep everything on poker, but there's some of these lulls in the action here. I normally like to take some kind of more entertaining routes. JTN wants to talk about SEX. Sir, it's a family program. I don't know. I don't think we have enough time. All right. We got the bomber raising up here with ace-9 suited. Albert here to call him. Slightly better ace. All right, here we go. Let's lick our chops. Maybe we get a flop here. Is big flop there for the bombers. Is flop not clubs. And gonna go ahead, jam it all in and rip it. Albert missed on his, so the bomber's aggression gonna come in handy here in this spot. As C. Anderson says, I have a mini poker table that says I'm surrounded by idiots. It's very good.
Lines are up, 10, 20, 20.
Somebody had talked about.
On the board, I will run them through real quick. First place would be 2048. Second, 1408. Third, 1056. Fourth, 800.
Okay, I just listened to Bert
Sixth,
announce the payouts.
7, 200, 8, 200, 9.
Hate how you can't play online poker. It says Zonk Prime. Yeah, I feel you there. I think that's see all this GG poker stuff and WSOP and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think a lot of it. Christopher Keegan, are you seeing the Bucks getting destroyed by the Saints? I have not. All right, I heard the word all in, so that means we got somebody jamming. We got Bird jamming. He's not afraid to be first out here. He says, I'm going to get in against you, Nits. I don't think he says exactly like that, but nonetheless, Big Cat, Mike, how's the fantasy football team today? Absolute dog shit. It was an absolute dog shit day for fantasy football. I started off this year with high hopes, had a couple of injuries. And, well, yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So, what can you do? It is fictional football. Okay, yeah, Bucks getting smashed, so no story there. College football, Clemson going down. Did you guys see that? Like, Notre Dame beats Clemson, and all those kids rush the field. And I think everybody's instant reaction was like, oh, I guess COVID's going away. Like I guess the fact that it's outside, but it's also still like, if you're exposed to people over a long-term time, that's probably a risk. So there's part of me that's having like this dueling discussion in my brain as a situation happens. That you're like, okay, well, maybe they're outside. Maybe that's not so bad. Some of them are in mass, but. All right, we got a raise up here by Jordan on the button with ace-queen suited. It puts it a pretty healthy size raise. His blind's 10-20, made it 50K. Christopher Keegan, yes. If you're unfortunately, a few matches have been canceled and stuff that I do. And once we get into December, it's going to be a lot of playoff football. So December is going to be a bigger month for me for that. And, all right, Jordan raises. He's probably going to pick up some chips. Russell's can't be thinking about. Got a color up happening as Jordan going to pick it up. Yes. Now everybody on the table. Raymond has one big blind left. One, technically just under two bigs, but extended payouts. We are 96 minutes into this. We still have not had any player bust. Not one player has busted here. That is Bomber. Probably get a smoke break out there. Folds here to the blinds. William, nobody can ever call me a nit again. Yes, we can. We absolutely can.
In a minute, you guys are in the middle of it.
But you just have more company now, William. All right, straight draw here for Russell's. Albert with no part of it. I helped William get back up to a starting stack early on, and I'm disappointed he didn't do anything with it. What a rip. And you go to showdown here. 7-6 doesn't get there after flapping the open-ended straight draw. Hey, Craig says, hey, Mike, do you need me to come in and push? No, I got it covered. We're doing a double and a triple downer here at least. Here on the tournament final table. $150 MegaStack Freezeout that we do each and every single Sunday. JTN saying once the first person busts, they will go quickly after that. Yeah, most likely. It's kind of generally the first wave. Big Cat's going to try my luck at the Ameristar Poker Open this week. Illinois is a barren wasteland for live poker. Yeah, when I was in Iowa, I met people from Illinois that would drive like 3-4 hours to play. So, you're going to old St. Charles, Missouri. So Albert here. Albert the aggressor. Albert the absolute. Albert the anvil. Albie. You can call me Al. Raising here now to 60K. And Shlomi's going to go ahead and fold here, but we'll keep it rocking here. I know you've got some spirit. Go hit the like button for us. The chip leader's got 18 big, so that means things are getting splashy. 10K, 20K with the 20K big blind ante, so 50K effectively in the middle. Raymond has one big blind and change left. He has got 2 hands to go before he is essentially blinded out.
Fold. 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 Fold.
Bomber folding. Albert now here to the button. Now Shlomi here with an ace-jack has got, I mean, no chips left. Like, it's time to grip it and rip it here, my friends. And Ram has got 6 high, so he is not going to be able to do too much on that. As we keep moving here on TCH Live. All right, blinds 10-20.
It's not usually filled with 7 hits.
We're still down to our last 9 players. But Alan, our friend Alan, has shipped a second tournament, so he's just hoping this stream goes on forever.
The only one that's not in
Nesto saying he's high. Congratulations to you out there in Portugal. Paul Hayes says folding wars. And here we go. The Al. Albert now here with the raise. And I saw the all-in button and I saw the call. So Rob looked like he ripped it. Oh, Bird. Okay, Bird. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So it's Bird that's all in here right now as we see Albert has made a straight with the ace-10. I did not see it. It was apparently Shlomi. Yeah, there's a little misstep here. Was Bird that got it in, so I think you're probably going to see some adjusting put out there on your screen. Bird was the one who got it all in there, and it didn't matter because Albert made the nut straight, and apparently Bird did not have a heart. He does have a heart as a human being, but unfortunately did not have a heart in his hand. So that knocks out Bird. Raymond is now going to be posting his big blind.
Yeah, big blind only.
As going to go right there into the ante first. We'll chip him down as we'll put in the 20K. And this is always kind of like, or wait, are there? No, it's 20K there, sir. Josh Wesley, how many people started the tournament? We had 46 entries. So again, it is big blind ante first. Because at this point, even the short stack, even if he had 1K left and he won a pot, like he would be eligible to win the entire big blind ante. So there are some varying. What's that? Oh, really? Then why is it the ante's out there? Looks. Oh, okay. I'll.
Yeah, well, when the color up, or when the color up,
Listening here right now is. So I think we're doing some coloring up. Nate Vasquez, even a Texas, I have friends who've lost family members. Somehow they voted all their other family return ballots saying deceased. But it's not always like official registrars. There's a lot of like fake shit out there of scam stuff trying to get personal information or just. I mean, I've seen some stuff as well, but nothing that correlates to like, hey, thanks for rooting for Justin now, says Greg. Jobel here in Houston. What's up, Mikey? Thanks, bro, as always. Again, from Jobel. As always. Just kind of pops on in. Xemix says, wish there was attorneys here in Sacramento. Stones and Thunder Valley are saying not till next year. Well, F Stones. Well, we've got a whole bunch of all-ins happening right now. We've got Raymond in for the last of his chips with 4 high. Rob jamming here with 9s. Shlomi had jammed here in the cutoff with ace 4. As
that's what I was thinking. I've seen it go different ways. TDA rolls big blind. I like it this way. WSOP is
so we're going to bring in so the big blind first. So we can count out the middle. Then we have the additional side here for Shlomi and Rob. Raymond is going to have to get lucky to see the equity splits do not look pretty good. It all looks pretty favorable to Rob here. He doesn't have to fade too many overcards. Opponent sharing outs. Just hoping to dodge an ace. There's a chance he's going to double up and more. So there's a 3 right there in the window. Chance. A wheel draw. Now here for ace 4. And an ace on the end here for Shalomi. And he's knocked out Rob and Raymond. So a slew of eliminations over the last couple of minutes. As we have knocked out 3 players. 2 on that one. As we say, good game here to Rob, who had it up until the very end. And both going to take home $200. Is now down here to our final 6 on the live stream. We'll keep it going here. So, all right, time for you to check in with us from wherever you're watching. Again, drop us your location. Let us know where you're watching from or who you're rooting for. If you're tuning in for somebody, appreciate the family, significant others, friends, here to Needle.
It didn't really change it too much. It really did. The line sucked everybody up, and that was pretty rad. There's not a lot you could do. It's like trying to keep track of seeing what kind of action
All right.
That can be your burn. I apologize. Nice answer.
They get 20,000 big blind, 20,000 big blind. Annie, Felix in Montreal, Justin out McKinney, Texas. Cape Cod, Massachusetts is Liam. Mansfield, Texas for DFS Brat. Just watch the stream. All right, Jordan raises here to ace to 50 with the ace 8 suited. Russell's just going to call now here with 10. He's leaving himself 38K back. Just let me get a call here for 50K. Now Martin's getting an intriguing price here. He's trying to figure out what the short stack has here that it's going to be 30K to call into a pot that is 190. Like, it's just like, it's just so many chips out there that with the 20 big blind already out there, got to take a flop with it. And flush draw here for Martin, top pair for Jordan. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and rip it. He's first one to attack. He's got everybody out chipped. So the worst case scenario is Jordan calls. And because of the action behind Jordan, he could put the squeeze on to force him out of this. If he had a stronger kicker, I think it's much more of a, you can kind of understand a stop and go play in that spot. Being a lot more comfortable to try to call, especially Russell's going to give up his 10s. And this move is going to work here for Justin. He's going to pick up the chips. Very, very well done. Timing worked out just right. Again, Ernesto out there in Portugal. Colorado Poker for J. Martin, says A. Jackson tuning in. Austin here for ATX Poker. Obviously, let's go Albert. Pull in for our new friend Jordan. Let's see. Brian CWL1, is this live or was it streamed just now? That's this is on a 10 to 15 minute delay, so this is live. This is not a recording. This is not a repeat. This is happening here. November 8th, 2020. JTN at downtown Tulsa. Nollins for Ryan Robb. All the folks checking in. Jedi Master Ted here, of course, from around the block. Ernesto says Youngblood and Entity. He's having a good old time out there. So Russell's has one big blind left. Is going to be one off the under the gun. So now Russell's here. Going to fold. A snipe for Lice is rooting for Russell's. Nate W says, I play better than all these guys. Why am I not at the table? Well, sir, you have to sign up to play the tournament on Sunday at Texas Card House. That's how you get on the max. You take it to the streets. You show them what you got. And you too can be here like Justin stacking chips here at Jack 10 suited. Big Daddy Albert here raising now to 60K. Martin is going to make the call out of position with the Jack 10 suited.
We're familiar with the short arms,
It makes a little more sense, I think, when you've got all your opponents playing a lot snugger, but Albert running hot. Flops him. Joshua Schwartz says chance and counters poker in the house for Justin. FRP Colorado in the house. Moose Duty says William Lottie, you're in net. These people are scared. There is a difference between being scared and just being in net. Josh Lit, wait, are we still are we still? No, we're down to 6-handed here. We've had a slew of knockouts. We could have some more here very, very soon. See if we get a hand here for the under the gun, or else he is going to have to be posting. Lido Sirigios is watching from Lemoore, California, or Canada. I assume the CA is California, but Russell's now going to limp the Queen 3 suited. Slowly going to fold this Queen Jack. Martin now here with real hand, a couple of nines. The usual suspect, saying these pretzels are making him thirsty. Martin raising now here to 60K. Bomber going to do this game here where he thinks he's going to play it and he's going to fold. So all in for less now here for Russell's, who's got a spike queen. One has already been folded. Nine's in really good shape here to knock out a player, and there's a queen. Russell stays in this somehow. Russell's has stayed in. Somehow, some way, he is going to be able to post the big blind and the ante here and be back to 6 bigs. Jordan with 6 bigs, Shlomi with 10, Bomber with 14. Albert Martin right now, the top of the tournament lead.
Yeah, they went up 15-30. 60K, put my money back in the middle. Let's go. Put it all back. No, you could have said George.
No, I didn't want to say it. Yeah, but I went off for it. I got one anywhere else. I don't want to say it.
Understandable, my friend. No, I don't think so. I saw the queen come out. I was like, it's over. Just give me money. Come on. Take the drama out of it. Let's go.
Well, I see Slomy getting it all in and able to pick up the blinds in the antes. We haven't really run into a situation where a player's jammed into the blinds and the blinds have woken up with a hand. Like, we had that hand where Slomy kind of ripped it there with ace-4 up, woke up with some 9s, and Raymond was already priced in. Now, as we'll continue here, see what the next level jump is going to be immediately following. And as I suspected, it's 15K, 30K with the 30K big blind ante. Slomy first act, going to give it up. Now here to the bomber with ace-9 suited. And I think now you're just at the stacked up where it just feels like everything feels like a shove. And it is. See if Albert's got anything. He's got pocket 4s. It's a very big bet, though. He's going to total it out here and decide, does he want to flip? Is he feeling lucky? Does he want to go for the heat check here? Or is there going to be other spots that'll present itself? And, you know, I don't think Albert's ever too concerned about paid jumps or anything. I think if ever he becomes conservative, it is just... Like, we saw that tournament that he won, where he was folding a little bit more than I think people liked. And here, he's going to take the variance. Chance to really push his chip position here. If he can fade some overcards, some clubs. And he's not going to fade either, as top 2 here for the bomber. Albert has got 2 outs left. And the king ain't going to do it, so... Albert took a shot here to potentially knock out a player. Instead, it has doubled up the bomber, who now is our new chip leader. As this tournament refuses to end, folks. That's the glory they're going for. Oh boy, let's see. Hopping back into the chat. Doesn't look like anything good going on here. What's going on with you guys? Oh, Adam Donar says I might need to make a, quote, work trip to Dallas or Austin from Boise, Idaho. You know, you let your work know that you've got something intensive going on. You're doing some research. You're researching what GTO strategy is. Robert M., Mike, great job holding this marathon together. That is the way, my friend. Joshua Swartz chipping in a $5 super chat, wishing Justin the Bink, HTTPS. No, not reading your poker, bro. Okay. Hold on. That's rec.poker. So there's a... Oh, I see it. It seems like a pretty cool site. Hope it just wasn't one of those damn Poker Bros referrals. So we got the 5-high board. Shlomi here with middle pair. Martin here with ace-king. He's got overs in the straight draw. Nobody else really doing anything, so. And 5-ball here on the turn. Again, no counterfeit outs here potentially for Shlomi. So he's sitting there and he's going to rip it. GM 140K. Martin here with ace-king. It just has to give it on up. Lehita Sariaga is TCH commentator are the best. Damn straight. Christopher Keegan, what is the schedule for next week? Do talking again Monday, the 5-5 game. I've got a broadcast Tuesday and Friday. We've got the Rampage Poker stream on Thursday. Get the 2-5 no limit with Rampage Poker, the vlogger here Thursday, and then back here for the tournament final table on Sunday.
I know, look at that. What are you thinking about that shit? I love that shit.
Bomber raising here. Martin's got King Queen. Ready to go toe to toe with his sick of folding. Ready to battle out. ATX Poker Mikey noticed George rocking that bracelet from the Red River Series when. Oh, that's pretty badass. I didn't notice that right away. Well, we're going to get a flop here. Heads up, ace 9 off versus King Queen. And that is a board there for the bomber that gives him the open ender. I don't think he's going to try to over rip this, just in the fact that he does have a board texture that can get called in these spots that even his best semi-bluffs are kind of could have the screws put on. But, you know, bet and fold. Z. Anderson says, I will see y'all Thursday for sure. He's been kind of in the alternate, but it's been on as of late. ATX Poker's hand 2014, he won 70K. That is a win we all dream of having someday. So, all right, it's 15K, 30K big blind ante. Albert with queens. Albert picks up queens again. Here in hand 64. All in, and now Shlomi now faces an open rip here. Just about 10 big blinds. Now at this point, with blinds 15K, 30K, does not want to be the second player into this pot. It's generally a good rule of thumb for beginning tournament players. Just more often in these spots, you want to be the player putting the shove in versus calling the shove. And he makes the correct decision. I mean, there are some times where I think, like, if you're Shlomi there and you have the ace-10 suited, and somebody's just ripping every single hand. Like, it is just, there are some times you want to take the variance there. Don't forget to hit the like. We're 11 away from a hundo. 1 hundo likes is not bad for Sunday. Just put a smile on your face and smash that like button. Click subscribe if you're checking us out here for the first time. If you haven't subbed already, what are you waiting for? And we got Russell's all in here with the King 5 suited. Hanging on by a thread. First axe says, all right, time to get it in. Albert's got deuces. I got a feeling Russ is just going to double up here again, isn't he? Albert's going to put in a raise, though, just to try to isolate. Fold. Shlomi with a 10-7 suited. As Jordan. Now the bomber here with the ace-8 suited. Not a huge raise back to him, so he is at least going to take a flop with this. And off we go. Three ways here to the flop is Russell's is all in. If he gets knocked out, so he has a full 21K, so what we should have 21K, 463, plus a small blind, 6315, plus a big blind Annie. Yeah, so it's Albert. It's 39. That's 78 on the side. That's what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Jack 9-4, all clubs here for Russell. This man refused, like, the tournament is going to be over and he's still going to have chips somehow. But there's still a door opening here for Albert if he can get a 9 or a deuce. And Albert's hand has been counterfeit. Russell's is going to take all of the cheddar there with a king 5 suited. He still survives.
I realize that. This is not all in the situation. Why are you holding hands? I'm sorry, I did not. Pay attention. I'm giving you a hard time, Josh. I'm giving you a hard time.
See Justin needling the dealer a little bit. George going to take the side pot. The unchecked action, Russell's is going to almost quadruple up, but he'll be back into the big blind. Anyway, here blind and the big blind Annie. Felix Pellerin, Albert just missed value on that one. Now I know I'm being trolled.
I won't. I thought you were serious at first. Oh, no. By all means.
Yeah, Justin was just needling the dealer. Won himself, so he... If there's anything I've learned here is if you can't take a good needle, you're not going to enjoy yourself in poker. I'm proud, Dad. All right, we got to raise up here by Shlomi. Here on the hijack, less than 10 bigs, but no, excuse me. That's like 13 big blinds, I think, at this point. Make kind of a just above a min raise. Jordan all in here with King Deuce suited. So here's the matchup y'all came to see. King Deuce versus Queen 9. Run it out, dealer. All right, Deuce straight draw and lead with King High. Queen or 9, Queen or 9. Queen or 9, and it is a queen on the end. No disrespect, Jordan, there. I was saying those are the only two cards that can cause an elimination, and Shlomi has knocked out a player. Jordan, though, a TCH live viewer, just like many of you, decided to come out of the woodwork, play some live poker again, and he made it here to the final table. So that could be you next week. Join us each and every tournament Sunday at 2 p.m. starting time. Here to get a part of the action. Otherwise, if you want to sign up to play in any of our TCH live games, just look here on the bottom of your screen. The scroller there is going to give you the info to get on the list. All right, 101 likes. Way to go, folks. We did it. We halfway here to our goal. Hey, Ron used to say, like, if we reached like 200, I would shotgun a beer. I mean, if we do that, I don't know if I can find one around here, but all right, Russell's now all in here with his King 6. Albert here with the suited 9-6 and all diamonds. And King High is going to be good here for Russell, so I feel like has been all in at least 5 times for his tournament life and has survived all of them. At least. I don't know if anybody could do the math on this, how many times he's been all in it and survived. He's hanging on, man. But again, the action's going to move a little bit quicker here with it being 5-handed, the levels being this high. After this, you're talking 20,000, 40,000, and then it's pretty much anybody's game here at this point. And then after that, 25, 50, with a 50,000 big blind ante. So you're just not going to get that many rounds here with the stacks the way they are. It's just Justin here on the attack. Here you go, Martin. The ace jack. Albert not a believer in the 9 trish. Shlomi not a bigger believer than the 5 deuce. Zonk Rhymes says, somebody get this man a beer. Hey, I only do the beer if we get over 200 likes. So the TCH live crowd, if they want me to shotgun a beer, we need like 98 more people to hit that like button. That's the only way it's happening. My arbitrary world of doing things. All right, 15, 30, 30K big blind ante. By all means, you guys have strategy questions, poker questions, psychology questions, life questions that are like legitimate. You pop that right there in the chat. Your Uncle Mikey has the answer for you, or at least an attempt at one. Russell's here with Ace King. And I'm so envious right now. Jedi Master Ted says, first I will steal a beer, then I will shotgun it. All right, Martin going to check the action here with Ace Deuce suited. That board connects with nobody. Connected board. Justin checks, and I'm going to get a check here. Deuce. Martin has pulled ahead here. Now Shlomi going to be the one to take a stab at it. Figured, okay, I've dismissed everybody's board. If the short stack check back here, you would not check back just a jack or maybe a 9-10 or maybe Queen 10 tries to take a free card there, but I cannot believe we didn't jam. That is kind of 101. Like, you just rip it in there. So we'll still continue. 15K, 30K with the 30K big blind ante. Get progressive savings here at Texas Card House if you play for 5 hours straight. That's more than 20% off your hourly. If 7 hours straight or more, that's 30%. And if you play 10 hours or more, that is 40% off your hourly rate at Texas Card House. So, and that is exclusive here in Austin. Joshua Swartz, why fold the deuce there? Okay, we got Russell's jamming here with ace 5. So there you go. Now Martin's all in here with ace 8. Yeah, that's what we're saying here. It's like, man, why just limp with a hand that you can get all in with? But let's see here. Oh, ace 5. Russell's still surviving. 8 though on the turn. Though Martin has pulled ahead. And Russell's, I thought he was going to pull a magic rabbit out of his hat and get a 5 there, but he has hung on for very long. And now those chips are going to go there to Justin. Good game, sir. Way to hang on as long as you could. The big cat life question: why is cheese so expensive? Probably the profit margins in dairy are twofold in a lot of different ways. So cheese is probably expensive for that reason. There's a whole process that goes on. Gary C. at Mike questioning his poker commentating career after this multi-table tournament. No, not really. Yeah, I mean, obviously we love to have super duper crazy hands and coolers and like flush over straight, set over set. Like it's I think any poker player recognizes that it's just not the way the game operates. That it's just like you can't control what the action is going to be. So, like, maybe I might get a little annoyed, but it's also like, I can't control it. So it's like, what the hell do I have to be too bent out of shape about it? Bomber. Gonna go ahead and rip it here with the ace-jack. Martin, who had called on the button with the king-8 suited. Now both these players probably going to be forced to fold this one out. As we'll take it down. So good shove there by the Bronstein Bomber. Out there to prove the haters wrong. And he's doing it here tonight. But, yeah, why is cheese expensive? Yeah. According to Google, the high price is the result of a disrupted supply chain, increased retail demand, and the increased consumption of pizza and other fast foods, according to BusinessInsider.com. The old supply and demand there, sir. That is the answer, what you seek. It makes me sound smart. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Edward S., no, you cannot have your phone on the table. I couldn't even. I played the PLO, and, like, right away, Carolyn cheered my ass through the dealer of, like, hey, phone's got to be away. So, take that crap lightly here. If you can step away from the table to, like, answer text, but while you're on the table, that's big no. What's up, Louis Perez? Limp Chase. Is that you're the dude that's like give my shout out to my friend Limp Chase or something? Ah, that's a good point. Reunion says cheese is expensive because they raised the minimum wage of cows. That you know, we don't really talk about that enough there, but the mainstream media will not cover this. Cows' wage have been stagnant for the last 30 years. And they went up to the minimum wage, and now all their cheese is so expensive. Hope you guys connect the dots here. We got a raise by the Bomber, and all in here by Albert with A7. And Albert is going to have to get lucky here, the People's Champion, as I call him. All right, Albert going to have to find a 7. And there we 6-6. So some chop outs here for Albert. Some more chop outs potentially. Some more chop outs. And ain't going to find a good game here to the Big Daddy Albert, who has been eliminated. So the Bronstein Bomber, they're now with $1 million. Take that, haters. Cause life matter. ATX Poker, what do y'all think of the new episodes of The Mandalorian thus far? It's good. I think it's good. Like, it's not... They're really, like, cool. Like, I don't think you're looking for, like, a super substantiated plot. Like, it's kind of... He's going to find his way out of it. But they've been very entertaining. Something to look forward to on a Thursday night after 2 a.m. once the episodes drop. All right, we got an all-in here from Martin with Queens. The Bomber here with the blind, big blind in the ante. The usual suspect says low wages, but lots of, quote, tips. You're very funny, man. ETX Poker. Hey, Mike, what is a staple of food from your home state that you miss? Oh, a staple. Oh, Casey's Pizza. Press 1 if any of you in the chat has ever had a Midwest delicacy of Casey's Pizza. That's what I miss because, like, you can get it by the slice anywhere. And, I mean, it's kind of greasy. But it's like when you've had it a bunch as a kid, like, you can always go back to any gas station in, like, Minnesota, Iowa, some parts of Missouri, maybe a little bit in Oklahoma. Yes, that. We've got blind versus blind, Jack 5 versus King 4. Yes, we got some ones here in the chat. Let's do this. People that know what's up. I mean, anything that's a local dish to Iowa is a dish to a lot of different places, so it's... All right, top pair on the board here for Shlomi. Oh, they have it out in Indiana? That's it. Badass. Bomber does have a straight draw, so he does decide to try to semi-bluff at this. But quickly called. Pot building here to 240K, and a queen ball here on the end. Kings and queens here with 9. Bomber can only win if he tries to bluff at this, which... If he could think that Shlomi maybe called with clubs. But, yeah, he's got no reason to try to get out of line here. Go Hawks, says Joshua Smart. So, Socked Rhymes says 88 more people like this vid, so he could shotgun a beer. Yeah, Joshua Schwartz's breakfast pizza. Yeah, that's why people are getting out of shape in the Midwest. It's just like that's your choice of delicacy. Beyond that, I mean, it's just kind of like, I don't know, you live in Austin, Texas, can find whatever you like here, depending on what your taste is. All right, so we've got the Bomber here, deciding to turn up the Jets. And we've got a shove back all in here. Martin here, the aggressor with 10s. Because George had raised so much, he says, I have to call here just out of the pride. Oh, you have got to be so sick. Oh, I want that is just grimy for Justin. Bomber on a heater. I wanted to say you've got to be kidding me, but you can't blame him. I mean, George is playing three-handed here. He's just essentially trying to buy it at this point, and Justin's got a hand he could shove with, and as much chips out there, George is like, okay, well, maybe I'm up against ace king, ace queen, big cards, any of this, like, I'm going to call, but... Oh, Iowa pork tenderloins. Yes, Joshua, once you're right. The Bomber just flops the goods here against 10s, and we are down here to heads up on TCH Live. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday, in fact. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Right now, this guy's looking for a little elevation. Unfortunately, Justin is going to be going to the plates where the streets have no name. And that is about the only other U2 songs I can think of at this hour. Bob says this won't last long. Interesting. We'll see. Well, the streets have no. All right. All right. Limp Chase. That's so funny. Luis Perez says, before the stream ends, I hit the treasure in cliffhanger. Wouldn't tell me where he left the treasure. Well, we got the bomber raising up. He's got his opponent out chipped 2-1. Shlomi here with the ace-7 suited. Monster hand heads up. Justin Power, should I gamble all my savings before divorce? That way it can't be taken. You gotta let it ride, my friend. Unless you have kids, don't do that. All right, bomber here with the queen 4. We've got the hand read. We've got the chips out there correctly. We've got a raise and fold. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. All right, these cards online. Wow, says David Kemp. I don't. 38-3 was the final. Good old-fashioned New Orleans Saints ass whooping. Always kind of dangerous to go on that upswing at this time of year. So. I'm glad I did not miss a game that was close. Been kind of ornery about it. Just like, hey, man, I'm a dude. I want to watch football. I want to yell at the TV when there's a shitty ref call. What are you doing? This guy's a bum. Because there's only like 5 default things you can yell at an official. None of them are good. All right, queen 3, queen 5. Bomber here on the button. And they both flop backdoor straight draws. Pair now straight draw for Shlomi. Bomber here with the bet. Oh, we'll see it too often online. Okay, I got you, David. Well, whoa, wow. Bomber has made 2 pair. Top board pair on the board here for Shlomi. There is a club flush that is showing. Bomber is going to show that he has made 2 pair. The queens and 3 is going to do it. Shlomi now down to 400K. The bomber, the eye of the tiger here today. William Lottie, hearing some weird background audio. You're talking about me? Is that my new nickname, William? Weird background audio? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Is the table mic acting up? Let me listen. The usual suspect says very choppy. Something I think is a really unique and cool format. It's not enough hands per se. Like, I mean, 200 hands live compared to 200 hands heads up is, I mean, it's just completely. Oh, yeah, so we have Rampage Poker coming up here again on 2-5 Thursday at 6 p.m. Make sure to tune in for that. We'll have a normal 5-5 game here tomorrow night on TCH Live. But yeah, I mean, the live portion was really entertaining to watch. Like, and I think what people kind of like is if you can have 2 personalities mic'd up, chatting. They actually are having kind of like a good time with it. Because I think that's generally like Daniel's nature is just to kind of still be chatty, even if he feels like, okay, this has been kind of a rivalry. Like, I still kind of want to bullshit and just kind of shoot the breeze. Even if he kind of hates somebody. So in theory, this is still like recording, but it's not. Okay, so like if people watching the archive, they might have met this moment here where things decided to go haywire. We appreciate it if you're actually still with us here to hang on.
It's not gonna come. It's not coming back, Mike. Mike, it's not coming back. The game's over.
Oh, okay. So I might.
You're on now, so if you want to talk to
All right, so
your last video.
this might be the audio portion of Heads Up here, as I'm just gonna have to say the cards because we're having some kind of issue with the actual video and the poker stream. So this is kind of like poker on the radio. What an amazing concept. So, all right, we start the hand. Bomber's got King of Hearts, 5 of Spades on the button. He's got 1.5 million chips. He's going to go ahead and rip it on Shlomi, who folds out of the big blind. His 6-4 offsuit just will not continue. The Bomber's hitting with 1.5 million. Shlomi now here with 327K. Blind's now 25K, 50K. So again, Shlomi has got, like essentially 6 big blinds left. So this is radio poker here for the first time. So we'll deal it out. You guys can imagine it. You can see that TCH felt there. You can see the Bomber out there looking around. Shlomi, though, now is going to be first act. He's got ace-queen offsuit. Excuse me, with 20K, 40K. Shlomi now is going to just call. Bomber, looking at 8 of diamonds, 5 of hearts, is going to check his option. So ace of diamonds, queen of hearts for Shlomi, 8 of diamonds, 5 of hearts for the Bomber. We've got the flop out as 6 of diamonds, 3 of diamonds, 5 of clubs. Second pair, but an ace of hearts is going to turn after the check here by the Bomber and Shlomi. Shlomi bets. Bomber is going to call as Shlomi jammed all in with ace queen. Bomber instantly called with what was third pair on the board and a 4 of diamonds here on the end. Shlomi is going to double up now as the river becomes a brick of 4 of diamonds. So the board reads 5, 3, 6, ace, 4 with 3 diamonds. So now Shlomi up to 17 big blinds. So it was, okay, so for context there, I think the pot size was so much that once the ace rolls off, Shlomi's got like 287K out there and just got paid off there. So this is radio poker of the tournament final table with 209 people watching, listening. I need like real, okay, ATX Poker says, Mike, you need some sound effects like a real radio show. I'm trying to think of some things that would be exclusive only here to radio as far as... Well, this is a challenge. I'm up for this. All right, so we continue here, heads up. Bomber with 1.1 million. Shlomi here with about 600K. Bomber limps on the button with jack of clubs, 5 of diamonds. Shlomi checks with deuces. First act for Shlomi as the flop comes out ace of hearts, jack of hearts, 7. That's middle pair for the Bomber. Shlomi checks. And probably going to get a check fold here from Shlomi. Radio poker. Make sure to get some tang. Or what was that thing in the thing in the Christmas story? That secret decoder, that chocolate milk shit that they used to drink. I mean, they might still do it. Ovaltine. No, I don't think it was Ovaltine, but it was. Yeah, that kid. thinks that he's going to get some secret code from that superhero, and it just turns out to drink milk and the rage and defeat in his eyes. All right, here we go. Heads up. Still continues. Those updated payouts I put there in the chat, since we can't necessarily probably see it. Now, Shlomi limps with 9 of diamonds, 4 of clubs. The bomber with the mystery hand has shoved all in for 1.2 million. His hand range probably super well. He's got ace-10 offsuit and trick your Ovaltine. This bomber going to pick it up here pre-flop. So Shlomi's got about 14 big blinds. Wow, Greg. Chat Pro MVP. So we are still going here. 10K, 20K, 20K big blind ante. Visualize it. The Bronstein bomber there in his cowboy. There's a Texans hat. He's got that Red River Series bracelet on. He's going to take a look at his cards and pitch it as he's first act on the button. And we will get a new hand, new shuffle up and deal. So no video on this. Folks can still hear the audio. There's something wrong with OBS apparently. So OBS Studio is a program used across the board to like transmit whatever the action tracker is. So I'm here like an old school play-by-play guy, feeding it to you live. So again, heads up, continue. Shlomi, king of 3 offsuit, king of hearts, 3 of diamonds. Gonna go ahead and raise it up. That's true, useful suspect. You do have to subscribe, and then you can see the video. So Shlomi raises to 115K. Bomber is going to jam all in with Queen 8 offsuit. Shlomi insta-calls him, so we have Queen of Diamonds, 8 of clubs, against King of Hearts, 3 of diamonds for Shlomi. And the board reads out Ace, King, 7, Ace of Diamonds, King of Spades, 7 of Hearts, 4 of Spades on the turn, and the 8 of Diamonds on the river. So that is another double up for Shlomi. Bomber trying to place power poker. And they're going to count the chips up, and they're going to flip stacks. So now the bomber, the short stack at about 597K. Shlomi now with 1.2 million in chips. ATX Poker, this segment is brought to you in part by Spectrum Internet. When you don't have a choice, choose Spectrum. That is correct. If you don't have a choice, as they're going to count out George's chips here. As we said before, we paid out 9 spots. First 2,048, second 1,408, so about $550 pay jump or pay difference here between first and second. So now we get the new shuffle up and deal here at Texas Card House TCH Live Radio Edition. The picture's out, but your boy Dude Talking's here to explain what's going on. You've invested in this. You're still tuning in. But right now, the whole cards, the cameras, all down. But I can still see it on the delay here, so I don't know how much further the delay is actually going to continue. If perhaps they finish heads up, maybe we're done. All right, here we go. Bomber has got 577K. He's going to shove all in here with ace-4 of diamonds. Shlomi has got deuces in the big blind. We've got a classic race. 2 overcards versus the little pair. If Shlomi can avoid an ace or a 4, he's done it so far. Queen 8-5, only 1 diamond. A 3, so a wheel draw now. Queen 8-5, 3. And a king on the river. Deuces win here for Shlomi. What a comeback. Heads up. As he has eliminated the bomber in second place and finishes with 1,408. Pretty standard heads up. Bomber moves all in with the suited ace-4. Shlomi calls him with deuces and fades a lot. So the Ducks win. Ducks win. Shlomi wins. as Radio Poker finishes here on TCH Live. So we apologize. We're glad you stuck with us. Make sure to hit the like before you go. We'll be back tomorrow night for 5-5 Uncapped. For Carolyn, for Asa, for Tammy, for Bert, for all our tire deals, thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next time.